Come on, send it. KC, thought you were at the beach.
What's up? I am about to leave here in a little bit. No, they went to the beach without me. I stayed home and watched that bullshit price action all morning.
I actually sat here and didn't fight it for once and was literally calling for upside all day. I had the exact low of yes, but I got out of it. Was calling for upside all day long, and then they finally, as the triangle got tiny, dude, Rizzo got in right before, of course. And I was sitting here just like looking at it, just waiting. And
this was the same setup we had yesterday morning on SPY. I sent the chart almost 2 hours ago on SPY. I said, this is the same setup on the hourly that we had yesterday, and we ripped off of it at 10 a.m. Eastern. I was like, and then we went over 740 and we went to 742. And I put it on X, sent it to everybody. I said, we're going to just do the same thing again. And then lo and behold, here it is. We hit the trend line perfectly at 11:10 a.m. Eastern on SPY. I mean, this is crazy.
Dude, there's a gap fill above us.
Your next daily level on SPY is at 743.46. This is going to be your high from Friday session. It is an SR flip spot as we get closer up there. So I would expect some rejection.
ES has this golden retrace at 69. And it wasn't really even a wedge. It was just triangle. You were just running out of room. You had higher lows and lower highs. You had this downtrend from pre-market that finally broke. Same thing here. Downtrend, uptrend. Yeah. Oil, I wonder if we don't go take out yesterday's low.
Oil?
What about people who say you're only interested in the Middle East for oil?
What? Huh? Oil? Who said something about oil, bitch? You cooking? Oil? Yeah, I know. Come on, y'all, get out here.
I might have broke my blue light glasses.
Oh, snap. Did you throw them at the wall?
I did.
Did you really?
Yeah. Not because I lost money or anything, but because I sat here and was like, I mean, just spot on analysis, and then they just throw out a headline that takes it without me.
Yeah. Dude, it's even worse.
Yes.
I left to go do a business call and then finished. And I was like, all right, I'm going to grab a quick lunch. And I'm in the kitchen. Kids just got home. and I'm eating lunch, and I see all the alerts go off, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
So yeah, spot on analysis, beautiful chart. Just wasn't there to time it to get an entry on it. It's pre-market high right here. It's fine.
This is the golden retrace on ES finally. And Q has nothing until, I mean, you could, there's a mini level right here, point of control 480, but it's 540. Oh my God, look at us ripping.
There's the daily level on SPY, 743.46. I kind of want to long Tesla for the third time. I don't know if I can. Amazon, Jesus.
Yeah, no, Amazon's been breaking out all afternoon.
Moon. You got resistance up near 269, 269.40. I can't swing Tesla 3 for 3. There's no way. I'd watch for a little retracement right here. Not a bad spot. Little short scalp on futures. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to see us go higher, but I don't see us blowing straight through this spot right here. Because we haven't really had a pullback since the pop happened, I don't think. No, we haven't even came back
one
down
little
to
down. You had one down wick and you had one red candle on the.
Yeah, SPY hasn't had a red
this
candle
this is a
since.
massive head and shoulders neck break, like inverse head and shoulders rip upside. And to me, the biggest difference is this news is actually reported out of the other side for once. I mean, is it the end all be all? No, but this is probably the biggest positive news we've had in a week or two at least. Damn it, why didn't I short oil straight to yesterday's low? Oil's about to go back to like 94. Just short that and forget about it. This is hourly candle.
Forget about it.
Higher for longer.
Holy ARM.
Yeah. So ARM, not only is it a part of this entire, everybody's realizing they need more CPUs. They're the architecture for those. But yesterday, NVIDIA said that they're going to do these Vera CPUs, which is built with ARM architecture. So the new thing that came from NVIDIA was them basically saying there's a 200 billion TAM that they're going to unlock with this Vera program. And of course, ARM's architecture and Taiwan Semi is the one that beats it. Or makes it, sorry. Expected within hours. R1 on NQ is 518, and it's right there 75-ish on ES.
I mean, we start pushing over this.
It's just it just go like. What's
Is it just a full send if we start closing up here? I mean, SPX gap is.
Look at IWM.
I know. So that's what started it this morning for me. When SPY and Qs aren't doing anything, I was like, look at IWM, the volume coming in. All of a sudden, it started ripping. It's insane.
IWM just went into its gap right now.
SPX daily level is last Friday's high. Is it last Friday or the week before that?
Friday, yeah. Last Friday.
Yeah, it's at 74.55 on SPX.
So it's literally just a gap above this. There's nothing above us.
And then it's moonshot to 7,500. Like, that's it.
What do you want me to check on EMPH, guys? I don't know. My German friend was all over this like 4 days ago in the chat. I don't know. Was it M22, wherever you're at? He was all over this EMPH right here. They get a price target upgrade or something. I don't know what news continued through on this one, but I noticed the TAN was looking pretty good. The whole solar ETF, but
ooh, shit. You gonna make me trim.
Dude, tell me they don't just send this thing though. Like,
fucking full send it, dude.
Full send it.
Just gonna.
All I know is I yelled 540 at Brazil all morning. All right. Here's your next spot on ES. 518, 540 on NQ. Next level's up. Above this, there's really nothing on, I mean, maybe 77, little micro level on ES. Above this, it's just gap fill.
Yeah, if you want to take a trim on QCOM, you can. You're up $100.
7,500. And there is zero chance I'm going to try to short this. Trump did tell the stock market was at all-time high today. It's not quite there yet, but you know maybe he's a little early.
Oh, premature pumpulation. I really want to get Tesla calls again for a third swing.
Lord, we talked to you about, what the best course of action would have been to do.
Full port.
Well, he shorted the low of day and then just kept holding it.
Oh shit. No bueno.
There's my last ES target for trims. So
Not
three runners up here.
We're full throttle.
Dude, I was screaming 540 at Rizzo all morning. 540.
540 mother. Can I do July 500s on Tesla? How expensive for those? Those are a bit pricey.
Well, let's rip this thing right back.
Fuck it, man. What's the delta on these contracts? Probably stupid low. Yeah, too low for my liking. Tesla round 3, 480 calls, June 18.
Oh my gosh, Tesla's got to be cooking, huh?
I mean, a little bit.
Not really getting the move with NQ.
Well, I mean, she's getting a move, but nothing crazy like this.
Back to where we were this morning where I took some profits. How we doing?
Doing.
All right, just trail stop now. Google new high of day. Amazon's still making new highs. Who else is going to come participate? Meta new high of day. Microsoft's breaking VWAP. Goes Google. Palantir strong. Apple new high. Robinhood just made a new high. This is basically my full target on NQ. But there's just gaps above, so like you trim and just let it ride. Bears in shambles.
Full fucking send it, baby.
540, there's the target. There's the trim.
No trims. Full gap fill.
It's all it's all just all let it ride from here.
This is wild.
Yes, I have 93 and 7,500. But what I mean,
Awesome.
what stops you? This is look, here, let me go to NDX. What stops you? You're in the middle of the big gap down after all-time high. SPX, you're almost to the middle of the big gap down from all-time high. I had to buy 200-300 points higher than I wanted to, but oh, it seems like somebody on here was just banging the table that things were still bullish. I don't know. I pulled up the daily multiple times, daily 9, bull flag. I don't know. I don't know who that was. All right, well,
I got 370 point ripper from that pre-market low. Insane.
bull market. Woo pig. Sandra wants me to call the hogs. To call the bears. That's what I'm about to call. The woo big soy. Ooh, bears wrecked. Woo damn pig, son.
Where are you long from?
This time?
Yeah.
Low of day.
No, I was originally. This time I bought it at 390 and just trimmed almost all of it. On ES, I relonged at yesterday's high at 57. Dude, I was long at 10. 74.10 this morning. And I decided to be prudent and stop out in profit right here. Right here on this candle.
Oh.
And I had all these targets today. All of these. All of these ones. And I had one target that I yelled at Rizzo all morning. It was this right here, 540. Where we magically just got a red candle.
Magically delicious.
Oh. God bless.
Apple at 305.
I doubled the size of it, you dumb person.
There's that 269.40 on Amazon. What's Meta doing? Meta just broke previous day high. What was the spot that you had on NQ?
540.
540. Where'd you get that level from?
2 fibs line up right there
Okay.
from both directions. We've been like trading and bouncing these fibs just beautifully though. It was also the extension of the IB at 555. I don't know.
What is that? The 786?
Yeah. So we're basically rejecting. I mean, since it's been 2 ranges back and forth, I have both fibs drawn on here. Let me hide some stuff. Hide indicators. Let me get rid of this. We'll go to like a 30-minute. So the move up last week and then the move down this week. Like the golden retrace is where we got to yesterday, basically. But we poked through it a little bit and we were retracing back to the 382 of the previous one. So you basically look at this as a zone, you look at this as a zone, and you look at this as a zone. And the clearest thing to me was all of this resistance here for 2 days. We broke it yesterday and we supported on it today. So now we're going to go take this out and go to the next level up. And we're going to throw in a little lip pillow here. A little double upper decker.
We like that.
Bing bang.
Another one.
Another one.
I'm pretty sure my family just left me again to go to the pool.
Oh no.
Dude, they're fucking me today. Dude, IBM. Insane.
God.
Like that government money, man.
Look at
IBM.
oil, dude. Look at this short.
Oh, oil. Oh, bad.
Oil.
Bad.
I had all of this stuff set up so nicely. My execution was so poor. It's funny how like trading may be like the one thing where you make money and can be upset.
Let me see if they left me. Let's see.
Oh.
Yeah, they did. They left me.
Joseph, you should never chase anything ever.
Except the bag.
Chase a check. Never chase a bitch. Don't
I'm not
chase
opening.
trades.
I'm not opening up any more trades today. I just opened up 2 new ones. I'm just chilling right now. I'll manage these later on, but yeah, I ain't doing shit now.
I mean, this could literally reject where it just did and come back down to test yesterday's highs. And that would be normal retracement price action.
Yeah, you can see a $15 drop right here on SPX.
I'm not playing for that because, ooh, Google was a big candle.
If SPX drops down to 74.35, I mean, great long spot.
If anything, I'll re-short oil. Or you could just long the 9 EMA right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Every time I'm in the street.
King Kong. Where you from, my bubba?
Bubba.
I say that every time now, by the way. The song comes on in my car and I'm singing my bubba. Or that other song comes on. My bubba, my bubba.
My bubba, my bubba. My bubba, bubba.
Bubba.
Car? What is Car doing? I mean,
Car.
I think it's hilarious that thing went back down to 150 bucks.
It's gone sideways for a month.
Yeah, it just got a 5-minute whatever. Is it halted? Are we back to doing this again on Car? Is this the start? I'm pretty sure it's halted. Mine says 161 to the penny, and it's not moving.
Mine's not moving either, but it's... Oh, never mind, it is.
Is it moving? Oh, there it is.
It's like gapped around.
Dude, what is it doing? Not again. Not again. It's just short. Just fade it. Just fade it. Fucking Car.
Dude, Rivian off of that freaking trend line the other day, too.
Yeah.
Oh.
Someone just said Rivian, you high down. I full ported that shit, dude. I even posted on X. Not sure if anyone took it with me. Hope Knots did. He better have.
Frankie left just in time.
I know. I was in the car. I just got back. I got some though. I got some in the personal account.
Let's go.
I made money, but I bought it way higher than I wanted to.
I'm still buying. Y'all remember Octo Booty? Octo Booty actually retired. They shut down the strip club, and I don't know what the heck they're turning it into. They need to just freaking tear that thing down.
just bulldoze it.
And then if you want to build on top of that, like, yeah, don't freaking search that place with a black light. But yeah, no, Octo Booty's out of a job, retired. Strip club got shut down. Crazy. Sorry, I heard she's serving at IHOP now. Well,
Oh, man. There you go, EMA 9.
dude, what is my mini golden doodle losing his freaking mind over? I don't know if you can hear it, but oh my god.
Oh, I hear
You hear it?
it.
Hold on. Uno momento, por favor. All right, we're good. He doesn't like being yelled at. He's a sensitive man. QuantumScape. Ooh. Right off daily trend line. Looking good.
There was a big flow on that earlier.
It's a weird looking weekly chart. But
well, it's also because you had a quantum whatever grant or something from the White House this morning.
RGTI right now is up 25.5%, which is crazy.
If you're gonna play quantum, IBM's the number one in my book. Google's the number two, and then one of these other bullshit companies.
I'm still in BlackBerry.
She's been the best one.
Still in BlackBerry, baby. Let's go.
Oh, she wants to go.
BlackBerry.
You know what else wants to go? Oil down.
Oil.
Oh. What is this? What is this little volatility?
Is that it? Is that going to be it?
I have a feeling it might be, which makes me want to not look at charts anymore today. Because I'll be damned if I stared at that chart all morning, left for an hour, that move happened, I come back, sit down, and then nothing happens till the close again. I'll be pissed. We better see new high of day. What would half gap be on SPX? From here to there, like 74, 78. They're building a floor of support right now at 713 on Qs. SPY. SPY's highest gamma right now is at 744. Kind of acting as a little bit of resistance.
Come on, rug oil.
Where's Fix?
Where are you short oil?
Right there at the 9. I don't want it to hold yesterday's low, but so I sold it at like 97.05.
Maybe that's it for today.
Yeah.
Could be all she wrote.
Really rough here. Really rough.
Looks like NQ and ES are gonna probably reset here a little bit.
Probably come back down and retest that previous day high.
Previous day's high.
SPY's 21 lines up right at previous day high right now on the 5-minute. If it does, just rug and knife down straight to it.
You're sitting right on the actually you're kind of in the middle of nowhere. 430 is a little spot. Value area high, I think.
I mean, market's closed on Monday. So what do you think they want to do tomorrow to end the week going into the long weekend?
Close it at all-time high.
You think?
Announce a deal this afternoon, and we go to all-time high tomorrow.
Yeah, was that 15-minute evening star on Qs?
10 minutes.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
I mean, there's a reason why my target was where it was.
Mm-hmm.
You could hold 430 on NQ is about all I have right here. ES is, if you close above 69, it's still fine. Otherwise, you probably come back down to 60 or 58. SPX right at 450, kind of a whole number. NVIDIA is getting a little bit of a sell.
Yeah, I don't know if they pump it into the weekend. I'd like for them
ADD
to hold
internals.
Into the weekend.
Internals are still improving. Just making new highs on Valdi. ADD's making new highs.
All right.
Amazon's about to make a new high of day.
Already missed out.
Come on, oil, rug it.
Already missed out on the beach today with the fam, but I'm gonna go hang out at the pool with them for a little bit. Spend some time with the kids. I can
There we go.
manage the rest of the trades that I'm in from my phone. We had a banger morning, swinging the Tesla calls once again. I opened up a third position, Jordan. I'm trying to go 3 for 3. So
I'm still
we'll
in
see.
some of the original, but yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. I closed out the 450s completely this morning at 100%, and then a little bit left of 475s, but then I opened up some new ones, so we'll see. I want to see her go to like 435, 440 ASAP. No Rocky.
Legal.
So, all right, guys.
No Rocky.
Tomorrow's FAFO Friday.
FAFO Friday all day stream.
Yes, sir. So I'll see you guys in the morning for FAFO
You gonna
Friday.
make me trim?
Later, brother.
Later, guys. Y'all have a great rest of your day.
Yes, tomorrow. How we doing, Rye? Great day? Good day? Bad day?
I mean, it's the best bad day you can have, or the
I feel
worst
like
good day you can have.
you love these like ranges back and forth. I feel like you play them really
Dude,
well. I'm sure. Did you kill it or?
I played well. I made pretty decent money. My analysis was
There's a
upside
nice
the whole time,
long
but
and short, bro.
I played it safe. I played it safe all, and the breakout I wanted came. It just came too quick.
Yeah.
And so I had to buy way higher than I wanted to. I was in at the exact low of day on everything, but it was just being contrary. Come on, oil, drop. Frank, are you in it?
Not yet. I missed it.
Yes, come on, come on. Sorry, I'm shorting oil right now, Jordy. Hold on.
Oh, you're an animal. I love it. I won't do that.
Oh,
But
bouncing right.
I will listen to you and watch you.
Could be worse, Tyler. A lot of people got chopped up today. A lot of people got chopped up today. That was one thing I was just avoiding. That's why I missed the breakout, because oh, boy, I missed my trim by freaking 2 ticks on oil. You gotta be kidding me. Did you take any trades today, Jordy?
I did.
It's a little
I
distracted.
caught a nice long. Made back my loss from yesterday.
What'd you long off of? Like 150, 140?
So we took out that London low. We took out that Asia low. And I actually played it on ES, believe it or not.
Dude, I longed ES.
But
at-
where'd you get it?
I longed it at 74.10. 25 was my entry.
So I took a long. I got stopped initially. I took it at like that 74.20, but I got stopped at the lows, and then we were just holding the same spot, like nothing changed. We just put in another divergence low, and so I took the next entry at the same spot, 74.20 again, and risking that low 74.10, and then took it to the hourly highs. We just kept holding that 4-hour gap, and we had that hourly high and hourly gap that had never been tapped into above. And I was like, bro, like I was just so confident that that was the draw for the day. And it fucking was. So we killed it on that. And then there was a nice short too. Like I didn't even play the short, but holy shit, if you shorted from the hourly gap, then just like break a structure. It's all you really need. You don't even need a fucking fair value gap or whatever that shit. Like just delivery from that bigger time frame gap, break a structure to the downside, that shit printed all the way to the lows. I was like baffled. I was like, this price action is beautiful. And then we chopped for an hour and a half. And I was like, okay, that's rough. But yeah, we had some good moves in between.
First trim on oil there at 96.50.
You're an animal. Are you trading the micros?
Yeah.
Good. Midnight Open magnet played out today. I didn't even look at Midnight Open, but that's good. Love to know that played out.
Everything I looked at was like, okay, shorter time frame is this downtrend, and that's going to break. Bigger time frame is spending time building value above the value it just built the last 3 days.
I was like, if we lost that 4 hour gap, I was like, fine, I'll be bearish if we lose it. But we just didn't lose it. I was like, I'm not.
Dude,
bearish.
I was actually hoping we'd come.
I'm targeting that hourly.
I was hoping we'd come even lower. I was like, please come down to like 90 on NQ, and I would have just hammered it.
Yeah.
140 was good enough. I think the low was like 127 or whatever, but
market closes normal time tomorrow, I believe. It's just not open Monday.
Yeah, futures will be open. I won't be trading on Monday. Come on, we'll come down to that 15-minute. What's ES doing? Oh, SPX just hanging out on this whole number. Oop, oil's bouncing or getting volatile. There's one X trim at 37 on crude. Come on, let's get a whole dollar move here. We had a nice curl on the EMAs here on SPY. I don't know if it can push, but it's got a curl. Come on, crude. Die. Through my next trim at 96.12. I've only trimmed 2 out of 5 so far. Matthew sitting one runner on SPX at his son's kindergarten ceremony. Let's go. I need to go find out when that is for my son. Jordy, aren't you Are you here? Oh yeah, you are here.
I'm here.
You traveling soon?
Yes, I'm leaving next Saturday.
Next, so like 2 days from now, or the week after that?
No, the week after that.
Ah, nice.
And we just have to coordinate because the last week of June, I'm going to have no Wi-Fi. I'm gonna be in the fucking desert. So, but it's just for that week, so it's not going to be bad. Should be easy. I'll try my best to get some posts out and stuff. Should be able to do at least that.
I don't use the Ichimoku cloud. I do know people that use it, fine, like as a guideline, kind of a visual. Come on, crew, drop. Yeah, I don't use the Ichimoku cloud. I know some people do, or like the Ripster EMA clouds I threw on here earlier just for the visual. So like here's the Ripster cloud. Look where it flipped. And look where we're dipping into. 15 minute. 15 minute. Right into it. 10 minute. 5 minute. I don't know. I'm trying to get crude to take a new low day here. That's what I'm trying to do. Bro, it's crazy. Everybody for 29 days asked for a pullback. We got a 3-day pullback to reset the market, and everybody got bearish. I don't understand it. Crazy.
Favorite part? NVIDIA. If you bought calls, short dated. If you bought put, short dated.
For what? Why would you?
Either way worked.
Why would anybody do that?
I don't know. I hope nobody did, but it's just like, it just goes to show, like right now, it's not like it was a year ago. It doesn't mean NVIDIA is a bad company and they reported great earnings, but like, is it going to get that crazy hype move that it used to a year ago? No, it's just not. It's going to IV crush and punish everybody that's trying to get rich overnight in short dated options. It's just wild.
Come on, rugged. Rugged.
Oh, oil.
Yeah, it just closed. I've got stops in profit, so OpenAI quarter held 1 billion revenue lead over Anthropic. We're just gonna wick down to this 21 and then get bought. Is that what's gonna happen? I don't know. I can comfortably sit where I'm at. How much time do we have left? Hour and a half? Frank, did you bring my juice box back?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I was hanging up and all I heard was juice box.
Hey, go get. Hey, and while you're gone, go give me a juice box. Hey, juice box boy.
Oh, come on. We need some movement here. I think they're
waiting on somebody to confirm it.
yeah.
Trump's putting out True Social on the great citizens of this and that Railway Safety Act.
maybe a blow off top like this week or next week. Either probably not tomorrow, probably Tuesday.
If they open the strait, oil starts flowing and drops, $15 a barrel back to 80 or below. Everybody's in, recession fears kind of ease up. Feels like there's a solution. All this stuff, like the conflict kind of ends on paper.
And then they
Blow
start
off
looking
top,
at the
blow
30 year and 10-year. The 30-year goes to 5.5, 10-year goes to 4.75. And adios for a little correct D. But I don't know. I'm looking at the positioning, and for after positioning for June's kind of negative.
Yeah, which it should be. Right now, you should be, protected out into June, especially on the bigger side of things. But I think you could blow off top the next week, 2 weeks, and then June trickles back down or goes sideways like it typically does. And then July just grinds and does nothing. And people start assessing the damage of oil at 100 a barrel for 2 months. Yeah, watch us get it like 10 minutes after the market closes. Or right when futures open up tonight. Oh, 6 p.m. Eastern. Because it's like, I guess it's still middle of the night in Iran right now. Come on, crude, drop. Plus, you have a lot of people, Frank knows this as well as anybody. A lot of people, you've got high school graduations, college graduations happening. I mean, all the way down, but those, those are the bigger ones people go to and celebrate. School getting out for summer this weekend and next week. You have Memorial Day weekend. A lot of people will be on vacation next week. Which could be just a low volume, just rally. Just up a 0.5% each day or something, 0.25%. Michael Anthony, if Trump fires missiles this weekend at Iran, I'm thinking he will do that because Iran won't do a deal. Okay. There, pop this back up. Yeah, Michael, I appreciate your opinion and thought on it. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think Trump's going to bomb Iran. I think if he was going to, he already would have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oil's going to come stop me out. If it gets over the 9. Mm-hmm. Everything's getting real slow, and it could be just flagging. But you made the move that you needed to for today. All you're waiting on now is confirmation. And the other headline said in the coming hours is what they expected. So you read that, you wait. Shout out to the Bears. You had a good 2 days. Maybe 3. Ooh, yes, oil. Reject. Send it, Rooster. Send it.
This is another one of those days when, like, in the moment, trade, like, my trade was a banger. And it still is. But it's just funny. Like, you look at that position tool and how microscopic it actually looks compared to what actually happened today. It's hilarious. Oh, my goodness. It's crazy.
It's even funnier. Somebody got blown up this morning trying to get out of the range in the breakout.
Dude,
ran out of drawdown, blew an account, reset, bought a fresh eval, full ported, blew up again.
Dude, I was trying to say it on Spaces too. I was like, we're gonna chop and form this range, but at some point, and I always say, like, you will not have to guess. Like, look at the volume that came in. It's not just gonna break the highs. Like, we're gonna fucking get massive momentum if we're actually going to break those highs and like go further. We've had this type of setup so many times recently where we're like chopping, we form this range off the lows and we really break that range with momentum. And it's literally just that first back test. And like you look at ES, you look at NQ, dude, they did that so perfectly. Like we chopped, we formed that range all day. We tried to get over it earlier, but didn't really have that like crazy news momentum behind it that we've had until that candle at 110. And that's where like, it's very obvious, like that candle is it displacing higher, so much momentum. And what do we do after that candle? Just dip right into the back test of previous range highs, and that was the low. It was gone from there. It's just like that simple break and retest. But the problem is you got to know where the actual what break and retest you actually want to play. You know what I mean? And it's that one where you're not guessing, you know that shit is displacing higher, right? Like you see those candles like that, it's pretty obvious that it wants to go higher versus earlier in the day where we were a lot more choppy and almost trying to like melt up. It's just something I've been noticing about the price action off the lows recently that I think is pretty easy to take advantage of. Break and retest, man. The key is not just taking any break and retest that you see. It's the ones with that momentum.
Blockchain.com is filing to go public.
What is?
Blockchain.com.
Oh. Are you calling for up only? Number only go up, brother.
Dude, I originally had this thumbnail today as higher for longer.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I was
Perfect.
I was very convicted in upside. I changed it because bigger news came out, but higher for longer. Getting awfully slow here. Going into power hour. Up only. When the crypto boys were saying up only, what they meant was the S&P.
Yeah.
And honestly, you guys don't think we're going to sign a deal before Memorial Day weekend? There's the
21.
Can you do some for me? First thing in the morning. First thing in the morning.
I got stopped on oil.
Oh my gosh, crazy.
What is this headline?
Nasdaqistan taking a little dippy. Which is spacious.
Somebody just put out a counter headline. Iran president says he will not back down on talks.
Micro viable. Academia, I threw it away.
What does that mean?
Back to
Will not
IB
back
high.
down.
Drugs on no one.
We hold that 385, 390 right there, or we're fine. 350 would probably be a better dip buy. Won't back down in talks is all he said. What does that mean? Yeah, so this right here. He's not denying it at all. Just short oil again. Nope.
Oh, slapped.
There we go. You should be able to long this right here. See what the headline is first. Iran president still talking. High-level source: Pakistani army chief will not head to Tehran tonight. So we'll get the deal tomorrow at after the close then. Oh, that's IB high right there. Right back to the NFP, of course. Spy QQQ on VWAP here. NVIDIA's at low of day.
You could have captured caught longs, yeah. NVIDIA. But this is why you take profits, boys.
Always. I mean, where did I exit? 540?
Yeah.
Wonder why. Could run into some trouble right here, 350.
I gotta go in the Nightbot and change that.
Which one?
We need to set it up to where the timers don't send like because we have it set up to where they're both showing up kind of like 20 or 30 minutes apart or whatever.
Yeah.
But they show up at the same time. We can make it to where a certain amount of chats have to show up in the chat before the next one is allowed to show up. So they don't all come at the same time. Because imagine we have like 10 of them and they all came at the same time, you know? Yeah, get in there.
There we go. There's your bounce. Rugged. Rugged oil. Rugged back down. Where's the yes?
Set it down.
Pretty nice bounce off of VWAP. If you're doing an options trading, it's Vanquish. So right there, the second from the right on the bottom of the screen, Vanquish is an options prop firm. Use code WOLF. Each platform's different. I mean, in general, the code works every single time for the general cells. Some of them run like, hey, first 5 uses only. Yeah, so like some of them will be like your first 5 accounts, you get 40% off, and then it's 30% off all accounts after that. But I don't want you to sit here and use code wolf 1,000 times. Like let's work on what's going on here and get you profitable, you know? Let's get you to where you're not using code wolf. Come on, oil, rugged. Don't bounce right here. Rugged. ES basically got into the 9 there, and Q didn't quite get up there. There's SPX. Yep. Rip it. Where are the frogs? No stocks on spaces today. I think Evan's on an airplane. Whoa. All right, well, I'm flat across the board again. Just watching oil.
I cannot see your screen, by the way. It says RTMP source.
That's
I
fine.
don't know when that happened. I just looked up.
I don't either. I just looked up for the first time in a little while.
There we go. You're good.
Yeah, I just went and restarted it.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to rug oil again. There we go. Did Bull earnings leak? What happened? Did it really? Whoa. Did they? That would be wild. I'll check on that in a second. NQ looks like a long, oil still looks like a short. So we have an Iran deal. Sort of. Not really, not confirmed, but that was the report earlier. They reached a draft agreement. About to leave oil on before I get my head ripped off. But I think it's about to rug. Oil's still bouncing. I don't know. 49 minutes until the close, 48 minutes till the close. Got a pretty decent day to chill on. We are sitting green on the day, believe it or not. IWM's up 1%. Which way is it going to break? IWM's pushing up. The most rate sensitive. What does that tell you they believe about this? NYG, you're still bearish? Are we bearish? Bearish this chat? Are we really bearish this daily chart? Jordan,
Yeah.
you bearish this chart?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why? Tell me why.
I'm trying to figure out.
Give me one reason that isn't something that's under the hood. Give me a reason that's looking at that chart. And
You
we can
bearish
talk.
this weekly?
No, we just delivered from weekly lows, sweeping those weekly lows. Absolutely not. Definitely not.
Dude, you could have taken that swing trade. You could have taken
I know.
sweep
Imagine
of the weekly lows and
stop
aim
stop
for
below
weekly,
the gap. Fucking
and go back to weekly open.
It's almost like the market ain't fucking random.
Almost.
Almost. It's almost like there's a reason that things are like doing what they're doing at certain levels. It's crazy.
It's almost like we're green on the day. I don't know. It's almost like we pulled back for 2 days after, 2.5 days into a daily 9 EMA and then supported off of it the last 2 days.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I just look at candles all day, just call me Bath and Body Works.
I like that.
Dude, sometimes I get more pissed off at AI than I do at my kids. Oh, they're gonna roll oil, aren't they? Dadgummit. Should have stayed in it. Hmm. Oh yeah, Bull. I was gonna look and see if that if Bull leaked their earnings. I don't see anything. Either we will just got smoked. Yeah, Weeble or Wee Bear. There's 430 value area high again. Oh. Well, if you long IB high, 100-point trade basically. Like you could swing long gold. Gold looks good. Dude, if we do get a deal, oil comes off, rates back off, gold rips. That's my thought. Another couple people signed up for the NYC event. Excited for that. Just over 2 months out. Times Square, Manhattan. I'm excited for the happy hour. Just hang out with you guys with traders. I never get to hang out with traders.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Only time I ever hung out with traders is hanging out with. I've hung out with Jordy a handful of times.
Yeah,
That's it. Because like really, like the rest of like
Maybe that dinner with Frank and everybody. That was like
Yeah,
the
so-
most traders
yeah,
you probably
had-
been
had
around.
one dinner with some traders, and that wasn't even like that many. I mean, Frank's a trader, you, me. There was what, 2 other guys there. Knots and another guy. Another friend of ours. It's the only traders I've ever hung out with in person. Just need to do like a trader retreat. How sick would that be? Like a week at an all-inclusive?
That would be sick.
You know what I mean? Like just everyone goes to Cancun or something. We wake up in the morning, we trade, and by
Stay at
lunchtime,
Xcaret.
we all go to the beach. Make money in the first part of the day, then just hang out with traders.
Yeah.
Renton, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, I don't know a trader within 1,000 miles of me. Yeah, however far it is to Houston. I mean, I'm sure there's traders in Mexico somewhere, but I don't know them. It's funny, now that I'm not in Arkansas, I've met some people through doing this that are in Arkansas that are traders. I'm like, you know, it's hard out here for a pimp. Trying to get this money for the rent. 0 traders in New Mexico. Well, that's the thing, like a lot of the people that I've met from doing this, like with us, with like the Wolf Financial crew, like they're like a lot of them are like Evan's not a trader. I've hung out with Evan multiple times. Evan's not a trader though. William that comes on Spaces in the morning with you guys. He's been on here once or twice, but he's a trader. I hung out with him for a few days out there in Puerto Rico. But most of the other crew, like they're not really traders. I mean, there's crypto people, there's more finance, bigger picture people. I mean, Gav is he doesn't do trading. He's more of like an active investor. I mean, you could call it trading. I'm just talking about just like day in, day out traders, grinders, the real grinders. The TC. I'm telling you, there's a ton of traders in Houston. Like if I lived in Houston, I'd be doing trader meetups all the time. And since I always fly through there, one of these times what I need to do is just purposely do like an overnight layover stay or something. Just fly through Houston, but stay the night, go meet up. I mean, Wapbender's out there. There's like 2 or 3 people I know from Discord that are out there. There's like 3 people in this chat at least that are from Houston, probably more. Shout out H-Town. That's what we need to do. We need to do a Houston one. Dude, Houston's a great city, by the way. Just some swangas. The big elbows. IWM's trying to roll over, and other things are pushing back up. Pretty much everything's pushing back up. Oil's dropping again. I don't know, I'm conflicted because I'm pretty happy with my day. I mean, I think an event in Houston at some point would be great too, but just a trader meetup. I would love to do trader meetups. Period. Just all get together, go have dinner, some drinks, hang out wherever. A little party at the Hampton Inn, at Houston style. La Quinta. I'll get some rooms at La Quinta. Go down to, I guess you could go down to Galveston. It's not super exciting, but I guess you do have Galveston. "30 minutes till the close." I'm gonna grab me a 30-minute to the close refreshment. Hold on, let me check. Yeah, I mean, look, the volatility can, invalidate levels or areas or wick through them at the open. A lot of times waiting for that first 30 minutes, first hour. I mean, I did that at one point where I just wouldn't, and I still I don't like to take trades a whole lot in that first part of the day. Why am I stubbornly average in as opposed to closing the trade and looking for the next? That's one of the hardest things to figure out is how to get out of a trade and just go ahead and take that loss instead of sitting there holding on to hope. That's one of the hardest things to figure out. But I just think about it as like an invalidation point. It's like, okay, well, I'd rather lose half as much as I was originally going to lose. Or if it's just not reacting like you wanted it to, hey, just go ahead and take it out and just wait for the next one. But yeah, Confluence, I try to say, oh, is there 4, 5, 6 things that line up for me? Dude, the sun is so bright.
What's up? What's up?
What about people who say you're only interested in the Middle East for oil?
What?
Oil?
Oil? Who said something about oil, bitch? You cooking? Oil. Come on, y'all, get out of here.
That's the best.
It's great. What's going on, Will?
What's up? What's up? Anybody
Wild
short oil?
Wild day. I'm
In the suit. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
yeah.
fresh.
Got one today. I think I might have my name in this one. Yeah, sure do.
There we go. Like that.
You're in a different league than me. All mine have somebody else's name in them.
What's up?
J.C. Penney.
Yeah. Wolf of Wall Street today.
How
How about this oil? I mean, do we here's the deal. Are we getting a deal tonight? Do we get a deal tomorrow before Memorial Day?
I think that would be a good bet.
I think they got to have something. It just seems too. I think there's too many. I think I said it was yesterday before. It's like they got to get a deal by the weekend or some framework of a deal where this is going to calm down.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is the typical thing too, though. So, first you have a draft. The news today, there's a draft. A draft deal in place or whatever. So then it has to be revised and agreed to and finally signed. But they've agreed on basically the draft of it. It's progress. Then you get kind of the counter headline, pulls the market back in a little bit, and then they announce it and it just launches tonight. Tomorrow after the close into the weekend, just swing calls.
Yeah, I think like I was just telling you, I think that the trades that everybody's got to put on the radar right now, anything that has been interest rate sensitive, oil sensitive, if those two things come off, those are the things that are going to bounce. Gold, small caps,
Toll
real
Brothers.
estate. Yeah, exactly. Housing. Rocket Mortgage is another one. I was looking at.
I like Rocket. I know you've been watching that one, but
yep.
I like that for a big move back to like 15, 16, maybe even the 200 day. But you need a quick reversal in rates for that.
Yeah, for sure. You need some type of, if oil ends up dropping, back below 90 and we start to get, somewhere targeting that towards that 80 level, you're gonna see rates come off quite a bit, pretty fast.
I mean, look at small caps with this, consolidation, breakout, and then traverse back to the bottom and fly out of it, retaking all the EMAs. They're still sloped upward, and
I think small caps is probably going to be the best one.
Yeah, the fact that they pushed them today makes me like they're betting on yields coming off and oil coming off. That's what they're betting on,
for sure.
And that's just my read through of why IWM's up 1% today.
Yeah, and the rest of them, everything, all the other majors are up 10 basis points. We're up nothing. S&P, NASDAQ.
Because if you look at IWM out of the gate, ripped the whole morning out of the gate, and you look at, I'm sorry, I'm on the wrong day. There it is, ripped and stayed up here all morning, stayed green all morning long, and then everything else was just down and choppy red, down choppy red. IWM all day, strong, held, move up, held. I don't know. That's just my read through of. Okay. Yeah, some TNA, Trav. It's not a bad thought.
Yep, that could be in play as well. Well, here, probably what you'll get on the rate side is you should get the long end of the curve to move the fastest. And then if oil starts dropping further, what will happen is you'll see interest rate expectations probably start to move lower, and then you'll probably get a bid in the front end a little bit later. If they make a deal, the front end's going to will start to move fast because they'll probably start taking all this rate hike stuff out of the equation. And you'll probably be, I'm not saying you're going to be looking for cuts, but at least the Fed fund futures market's going to move quickly on rate hikes not being, the base case. I mean, I think it was earlier they were saying it's like 74% chance of a hike by December, which is nuts. I just don't see that being the case. Trump may be a little crazy, but there's no chance he's
There we go. Come on, oil. Get back down.
Yeah, I think he's got to make a deal at this point. If he doesn't, I think he's getting too much heat.
I think he's fine. I just think he's tired of dealing with it. I think he wants to do other things because he's such a busybody. He's just always trying to do like 10 projects at once.
Right, he's kind of over it.
I think he's just kind of over it. He's like, okay, I had to do it. It'll look good on the reputation because I'm the only one that got rid of Iran. This is his thoughts, not mine. But he's ready to just kind of get it taken care of. But he's pretty much shown he's going to see it through because he would have like fully tacoed a while back if he wasn't going to see it through.
Right.
Plus, I mean, the market's telling him that they're fine with him doing what he's doing. The bond market's getting a little, iffy on it, but
yeah, he knows he has
leeway.
Right.
He's making record all-time highs in the market. He knows he has leeway.
Right.
And if anything, he knows that with the AI trade and just the innate bullishness of this market, that he can just keep doing it. Like he has that like slack in the chain.
Yeah, I think the other thing too is like this, as we look at like the 30-year bond on the long side, over 5%, and the 10-year, close to 470. Like, I think he's got to weigh the odds and be like, all right, if we go in and attack him, he's going to send yields like significantly higher. Like they're going to ratchet up fast because it'll break out over that period, and now you got a big 2-3 year breakout in yields. I don't think that would seem like political suicide to me. Because now all of a sudden you're going to 8% mortgages, you're going to put pressure on housing, like oil ratchets to 120 like over the summer. I don't think they want to be in that position. I can't see any reason why he would want to be there. And I saw something about, was it Saudi Arabia was saying, where did I read that? Let me go back. There's a holiday, I think, that starts on the 24th.
Is there a Muslim holiday this weekend?
Yes. Well, it's not this weekend, but it starts next week. And I think the Saudis asked for them not to be any military conflict through the Saudi holiday.
May 24th. May 26th is day of Arafah, and Eid al-Adha is May 27th. I don't know what those are, but the 26th and 27th apparently are Muslim holidays.
Yeah, I saw it.
June 26th is Islamic New Year.
Let's see if I can
We all think it happened at MOC time. Bunch of big orders hit the market. There's zero way to really read MOC. If you're already in a trade, I mean, if you're already in a trade and you think there might be a big buy or big sell or something, and you're like, okay, well, you kind of get some follow through on that maybe. Or if it's, if it's opposite of the trade you're in, maybe you want to go ahead and get out. But on a random Thursday afternoon before a holiday weekend, I don't expect a whole lot of MOC.
No, probably just.
Even if it's big, I mean, the main thing that I watch for is like, are there big names on the MOC that are actually going to move the indices? And if there's not, like, yeah, it can be $1 billion to the buy side, but if it's, just spread out across a bunch of names, not like, a whole ton of Google and Microsoft and NVIDIA. We celebrate pilgrims of Muslims in Mecca and Saudi Arabia. Okay.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, MOC usually lets me know if I want to just finish my trade then or go ahead
here's what I
and try to
saw.
hold it till the bowl or to the final bell.
Saudi Arabia has reportedly asked Trump administration to postpone any further military action until I'm just gonna HAJJ per sighting begins on May 24th and runs through the end of May.
Okay, so it's like
Roughly
a month long thing.
Yeah, this to the 2 million pilgrims arrive in Mecca during, I don't know how to pronounce it, so
There you go.
so maybe there'll be at least maybe no intimate attacks.
I can tell you this though, I'm gonna have oil pulled up on one screen or one part of my screen, InQ pulled up on another part of my screen tonight until I walk out of this office.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to.
Just in case.
Anything that there's a deal that's signed or some type of agreement.
Especially the last hour of futures, and then again.
You're still working, or you're like semi-retired?
I got you with the mute there, Frank.
Frankie loves the hot mic classic.
Hey, get at least 2 a day. Just making sure he hits his quota.
Yeah, I hear you on that.
Doom, 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 doom. Yep, I think this is going to we closed right where we closed yesterday. Just went nowhere today, but I don't know. Will, I asked this to Jordan earlier. So what looks bearish about this this chart here?
Nothing.
Okay, thanks.
Don't look bearish at all.
I thought maybe I was
like
missing something. Did you miss something? I mean,
no.
held
Looks
the
good.
look at this. Look at the exact low of day on QQQ. What is this?
9 period.
Daily 9, huh?
Yeah, and that's a classic, like the candle from 2 days ago. From was that Tuesday or Monday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday's candle. So you got like the classic, like look below, close below the 9, and then you immediately come back.
Opened up back on it the next day.
Yeah, opened up back on it and pushed higher. That's a sign of strength. That's what you want to see. You don't want to start. It's more bearish when you start spending time below the 9 and you're just kind of chopping underneath it. Then you start to look for rotation down to the 21 or the next support level horizontally. I still think with where this is, I mean, obviously the NVIDIA earnings and the stock pulling in a little bit, but I think this might sound crazy, but I think maybe tech grinds a little bit and isn't a leader, and it becomes small caps. You know what I'm saying?
It's the broadening.
Yeah, maybe you start to see this rotation
And you
where
could
tech isn't
see
your
all like
leadership.
Like SMH and all that. Like IGV probably continues to like make its way back a little bit, but you could see the leaders just kind of hang out, and then you see banks get bought up, maybe some consumer stuff get bought up, especially if we get a deal.
Yeah, consumer discretionary.
Retail,
yes.
Retail worries are gonna
pull up the XRT real quick. Look at that the last 2 days. What a great support level that was at $78. Oh, missed that one.
Good.
Zoom out a little bit.
Oh yeah. Look at it. I mean, this thing could not get over all of 2024. It couldn't get over 78, and
Right.
then now it's sitting on
Nice
it for the third
pullback
time
right
this
to
year.
that support zone, and then 2 nice big bullish candles yesterday and today. So I mean that could be in play. Oil starts to come in. This probably gets a bid. You could probably run this back up to 89 to that high, or at least the 200 at 85. Whoa,
Yeah, and the small caps are silently been very strong. just period.
Yes.
But you have to think they lagged pretty bad last year. So like you put the context with it. Like even though the last few months they've like outperformed, you have to think about they were underperforming most of like the 6 months before that, coming out of the tariff thing. There's a leaf blower outside of my office right now. I probably have a total of like 2 square yards of grass, and somehow they spend at least
2 hours,
25
hours blowing the
in my
clippings,
house just cutting it. And then they come back and then weeded it, and then they come back and blow it all off. It's like, dude, 3 times. It's spent a total of 45 minutes on my 2 square yards of grass in the front of this.
Yep. Yeah, so I think now it's starting to try to look through stocks that are the catch-up trades, the ones that haven't performed. If this deal goes down, I think those are the spaces you're going to want to look at. Because if you look at the sectors today, if you just pull up that sector list, look at what's leading: utilities, consumer discretionary, staples. Obviously, tech and semis are lower, but that's where your strength is. Banks could be the other one that catch a bid. Maybe make a run back for that 200 period.
Rigetti's a buy, QBTS a buy, Microsoft a big buy, NVIDIA decent size sell. Google's decent size sell, but Microsoft the big buy. That's interesting. I don't know what the overall is. We should be popping up.
I bought some Meta this morning down at $5.99.
1.2 billion buy side on S&P, 780 million buy side Nasdaq, 29 million on Mag 7. So it's just Mag 7 just canceling itself out. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm just looking at the other mag names. I mean, if Meta can hold this like 590 area, I think that might be maybe a decent spot if it can get back. I'd like to see it reclaim the 9, but if we can get something going into next week where we can get some strength up and maybe look at filling up this gap, earnings gap somewhere. I still think that one's cheap relative to the other mag names. Like, as strong as Google's been, like, I don't think that's one I want to go look at. I think Meta risk reward's a little bit better if it holds up over this low 590s. Yeah, the couple trades that definitely were the miss. Like, oh my God, look at Palo Alto again, new high. 251 and CrowdStrike, both of them. A little doji on CrowdStrike, but man, those things have been cranking. Dude, look at Dell. 253 on Dell. Cooking.
Dude, ARM. Look at ARM, dude. And
That's
NVIDIA came out and said that those Vera CPUs are going to be built.
Whoa.
ARM's just gone. CrowdStrike, this is a great example, Will. I had fun with this one yesterday. So this right here, and then somebody saw this candle and said it was time to go short. Shooting star.
No.
Wrecked.
No, you can't short. You need the next. You only can be in that trade if you close below the previous low. Technically, yes. You can't. You don't get in it on that.
Yeah, and even then, when something is, consolidated, and then when something's doing this, I'm not looking for a reversal here. Like,
No,
if I'm looking for
not
a
with
big
that kind of
reversal-
strength.
No, if I'm looking for a reversal trade, I'm looking for like after it's, I don't know, like something like this. Like it's been downtrending, it just bounced and came back into.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Like I'm looking
that's
for
a much.
reversals into like previous resistance or something. Or like it's been trending down and it like does a little like dead cat and then puts in a reversal. Like that's when I'm looking for reversals. I'm not like when the market like all-time high like this, I'm not looking for reversals.
But always for shooting star or bottoming tail hammer, you always want a follow through candle, and you did not get that. I mean, it was like an equal low, and you never went through the previous day's low. So that's, and then obviously if you were to enter that trade, if it's on a daily candle, you would enter below the previous day's low. And then you got to have a stop, above the high. That's it. That's your trade. But you never got that in there. And even still, like to your point, you want to do it when you're in more of a downtrend, and then you have an uptrend into a resistance zone that gives you a shooting star setup. I like that better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, why are we looking for? Those are the trades I feel like people are just spite trading it. Like you missed out on a ripper, so you're trying to get in. You're trying to short because you weren't in on the long, which is a terrible reason to take a trade. Whether it's 5-minute trade or a, 5-week trade.
Yeah,
It's
you
not
always
who's
want to see
buying it, Renton. It's nobody who's selling it. Like
correct. There's no sellers.
there's I mean, you get a little bit of profit taking here and there, but like it's all you're seeing when something does that type of move. The higher time frame helps on this. But like anybody that got in here, I mean, when you see this type of move and cybersecurity is the way it is, like why are you getting out?
That Palo Alto one is just killing me. I think I was in it and then I pitched it. I'm scrolling back through the Discord because I know I had that chart in there.
What's funny is I longed it here and took
Here
it
it
up
is.
here. I got out of it. I longed it here again last August and took it back to here. Got stopped out.
Mhm.
And I should have bought it off the 200-day.
I literally had this. Yep. This was a couple months ago.
Look, hold on.
Headline?
Senior Iranian official says no deal has been reached yet, but gaps have narrowed.
That's good. I think this is just
It's a good
setting it
headline.
up for this is just setting it up for a deal on the weekend. A little Memorial Day splash at your barbecue. What are we cooking with? Oil from the Middle East. That's what we're using. Didn't he? Was it today? And he said that like oil. He's like, I was in Iowa a couple months ago and gas was $1.85, and it's gonna be lower. He says it's gonna be lower than that when this is over.
Yeah.
Is he like telling you to just go buy puts on crude right now? Like,
Yes.
I mean, that's basically what he's saying. Like, go look at USO puts, or if you're in the futures, or energy stocks. I think that's a trade. Like these energy names, like Chevron, Exxon, probably Exxon more than anything. Maybe Occidental. I think they make some type of deal. You probably look to take those lower.
Rug oil. Rug.
Yeah.
I
Is
just
that
want to
ETF?
stay short oil for the next 3 days, 3 months.
I want to stay shorter. I don't want to go into the weekend and Trump goes, we're just kidding. And we're going in on Sunday night, gap up $8.
I
don't think so.
Like you just go out to the July contract and
Yeah.
sell one between here and 100 and add
You
if it
have
goes
to.
above 100.
It's going to be such a binary move, too. I mean, you got that
Right.
triangle anyways that's been forming. So the break on the triangle should be, what is this move? It's 80 up to 118. That's a lot. It's a $40 move out of the triangle. So that's
Talking
a
about
lot
the Dorito?
lower. Yeah, the Dorito.
The old Dorito.
Yes, sir. And we are nearing the apex of the triangle. You know what that means? Decision time.
We got 30 seconds till the close here. I'm flat across the board. I will be keeping futures open for the next hour. And of course, as soon as they open back up, just in case we get some kind of headline tonight. As soon as this bell rings, I'm going to sprint to the restroom. I'll be right back. 10 seconds. What a great day. We're going to keep talking. We've got a good chat coming up here. But I'm going to run to the restroom. I'll be right back. Let me go ahead and hit this right now. Boom.
There we go. Ring it.
Bang, bang.
That long bell. It's a good bell. Well, that's a trading day, ladies and gents. We're going to stick around to hang out with us. We're going to talk with Mark from PairSync, talk a little bit about pairs trading. So stick around if you guys are in the audience.
Ooh, I have a great idea for a pairs trade, so maybe we can
do you?
Discuss that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get his thoughts on
Mark in here. What's up, Mark?
Hey guys. Good morning. Good afternoon.
How we doing?
We're a little bit cold.
Yeah.
Where are you stationed at?
We're in Queensland, Australia.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's,
so
it's getting warm here and cold there.
Tricky time zone for US markets, but I'm kind of used to it.
Yeah, definitely. I imagine things are a little bit weird on the time zone side of things. Well, welcome to the show. Appreciate you coming on. I know you're the main guy behind at PairSync. What do you actually do over at PairSync here?
Well, I built it really. Founded it. Got a business partner. We built this a couple of years ago with the full dev team. Bringing in the quant team to build the whole thing out. And look, unfortunately, they were in Ukraine, so they got a bit distracted by things. And yeah, we sort of mothballed it we were running it ourselves, and then we mothballed it because we needed a sort of an SLA service team to keep it running. And then more recently, with the way AI and LLMs and vibe coding goes, we just rebuilt it ourselves from scratch with pretty much the wish list of everything we wanted to have in it in the first place. So it's better than what the institutional version was, say, 3 years ago. And it's an app, and it's available, for retail users. It does pretty much everything a full institutional pairs trading stat arb software solution would have done 3 years ago. And I've tried to make it as user friendly as possible without overwhelming people with like a big flashy, technical cognitive payload, which you get from a lot of AI charting and trading packages. We're just launching it now.
Yeah, well, for the people that are in the audience, most of the people are futures traders. I'm curious, what actually is pairs trading, and what are you guys doing on the app that's allowing me to be able to pairs trade what you're offering?
Yeah, look, it's probably, I would consider it one of the two sort of pillars of quant trading. You've got mean reversion and you've got momentum. So pairs is like, you think about two assets that usually move in lockstep, and they suddenly diverge for whatever reason. Like might be earnings, just flows hitting one stock more than the other, someone getting out, like an institution reweighting. So that creates a temporary dislocation. So pretty simple from there. You short the rich leg and you buy the cheap leg and you wait for the spread to mean revert, right? Strategy is essentially providing liquidity into the market during that sort of period of stress. So you're selling overbought and you're buying oversold against momentum, which is generally a bit of an uncomfortable thing to do. And that's why the strategy gets paid. That's where the edge is. So we look more than at just the fundamentals of the pairs. We're scanning hundreds of thousands of relationships nightly using co-integration and multi-factor statistical tests. So it's more than just correlation. And we surface the cleanest setups with pre-calculated entry, exit, stop distances, and optimal holding periods. So that's a long way of saying, look, we show the best pairs setup on a daily basis. Sorry, I'm disappearing there.
No, you're good. I'm curious. So with these pairs trades, what are like some pairs trades that are maybe happening right now on names that people would recognize?
Well, would I be able to share my screen a bit?
Yeah, absolutely. You could share your screen, right?
Yeah, right next to the camera. Hit the just share screen thing. We'll get it up here front and center.
I beg your pardon. Where's the camera button?
So you should have on the bottom, you should have the mute button, the camera, and then next to that there's a
OBS virtual camera.
It's a little arrow.
Should be it looks like a monitor with a arrow in it.
Yeah, a little mini arrow.
A monitor with an arrow. Oh, sorry, gotcha.
To the right of the camera button.
Yeah. Okay.
Looks like that right there in the middle.
Righto.
There it is. Let me get you pulled up here, and I'll turn mine off.
So which screen are you seeing there? You're seeing that, I think. Right. So
yeah, gotcha.
When a user logs in, they'll see the dashboard. And this is just a high-level snapshot of what we've done overnight. So for the US market, we've looked at, the system will run over the top 1,000 stocks, and it will test all the relevant economically related pairs in that basket. And out of that today, there's about 250,000 of those. And then does all the statistical tests to make sure there's actually a mean reverting relationship happening in those pairs. So out of last night's run, and this will happen again like in about an hour's time, there's 1,000 co-integrated pairs. And, I don't want to bore anyone, but co-integration is a special kind of correlation where we keep coming back to the mean, and it gives us that ability to trade a predictable spread. So in the US, there's about 1,000 co-integrated pairs, and there's 175 really good ones. So these are the top 10 today, just showing up in this dashboard here. So for example, if you look at Molson Coors and Tetra Tech, this is the top scoring pair in the US for different reasons. If you want to know why, see, the scoring is kind of important because it's literally needle in a haystack stuff. Like you can have your favorite stock that you want to find a pair for, but we're looking at this saying, look, the relationships themselves should be thought of as a security that you can trade. So this particular one's scoring on I guess it's like a normalized sort of ranking process, 0.907 there. And that's coming out of, we're looking at 7 different factors to give us that score, because pairs in this strategy aren't always tradable. They come in and out of what we call co-integration. So at the moment, this one's scoring really well, and it is in a position. So there's an optimizer which continuously learns how to set the best trade parameters for that pair. And then once there's a signal triggered by that optimizer, it goes into a tracking system. So it's like an out of sample process. So at the moment, there is a position where you would be short Molson Coors and long Tetra Tech. And that position was put on 7 days ago. And it would be down a little bit of money at the moment. So it had a small P&L last night.
Question for you. Can you set up like a pairs trade and then have it score it? Like, hey, I want to look at these 2 tickers and run that that data and see what how those trade, the correlation, etc.
Yeah, good question. yes and no. You can look for a pair, and you can look for a stock that you're interested in. For example, like we can go here. Like, what's a stock that you're interested in finding a pair for?
So I'll tell you a pairs trade that I'm thinking of, and fundamentally is one, but I'll give you it would be in the futures, but I'll do it in the ETF. So it would be long small caps, which is IWM,
Yep.
and then short QQQ, short the NAT. I'm just curious of what that trade would look like or how it would score it.
I don't have ETFs in here at the moment, but it's a good point. We can easily add those to the universe. But look, it's kind of touch and go whether that's going to be a pair. And my guess would be it probably won't be as good a pair as you think.
Sure, it might not. And my fundamental reason, we were just talking about this before you came on, but in the context of fundamentally, if the war ends and yields were to come in, I think small caps might outperform technology in the short run. Where maybe that's the pairs trade where small caps you get some broadening and that could lead, and maybe tech takes a back seat.
Yeah, and this we can help. Like if we put those underlyings in there to scan and for you to look up, we can help provide you with a little bit of statistical sort of background about what's going to happen with that pair. But the nature of this system is like if you look at back to this Molson Coors Tetra Tech, if you scroll down, these pair fundamentals here, and if this all scares you a bit, you can just click on fundamentals brief here and the AI will decode what all that means while we're talking. So these numbers here are telling you how good a pair it is. So the bond is an Engel-Granger test, basically telling you whether there's actually a real connection between the two that keeps bringing them back to a tradable mean, and that's like maximum. The Hurst is like a Hurst exponent that you use in charting packages. 50 is noise, 0.5 is noise. Above 0.5 is generally trending. Below, we want a Hurst below 0.2 really is kind of the tipping point where it becomes a really good pair. So this is 0.1, which means it's strongly mean reverting. The only thing that isn't great about this is the half-life. So 46 days is a bit long. So we like, if you look at CBRE, this is the next one down. This is, that's a much better half-life of 15 days. So that's roughly a guide of how long you're going to be in position for, right? For a trade. And the gravity is like the bond between those two stocks. And these are all, pretty crazy, complicated algorithms. But generally, they're a really good guide about how things are going to trade. So if you look at, this should be, that's updated there. So you can get a picture of where those stats sit amongst that cohort of 1,000 pairs. And you can see it's a pretty, it's a pretty good pair. Everything's in the top percentile and top decile, except for the win rate, which we discount because that win rate there is from the optimizer here, which is an in-sample fitting process where we've got a crazy algorithm called optimal stopping distance, which finds the best entry and exit points. Here you can see it'll use a 100-day moving average, enter at 1.9 sigma long or short, and it'll have a stop and a max holding period. So that's all pre-configured before the signal triggers. And so you've got your breakdown of the fundamental, well, we call it fundamentals. It's the fundamentals of the statistics above here. But then if you want to get a little bit of insight into what's going on in the actual stocks and not be like what we call being a dirty quant, like dirty quant as in you're not really concerned about what's going on in the fundamentals, you can click on spread intelligence here, and this will do a full fundamental sweep and comparison between the two stocks, score it, point out whether one's stronger than the other, and it also does a big scrape or search of Twitter X, looking for recent catalyst type news. So here you can see TAPS probably a little bit stronger on most of these metrics. There's a little bit of fundamental stuff there if people want to go through that. And then you've got the interesting stuff here, which is the recent news and the AI infers whether that's positive or negative for either of those stocks. So then you can look back at the spread and say, okay, well, it wants me to go short Molson Coors, long Tetra Tech. Is that wildly disagreeing with any of the fundamentals that we've just had a look at below?
Joe, I saw your question. Did you want to just come up and ask it? That was a good question.
I was just I love this. I love this whole platform. I've been listening and just working on my own thing when you started talking. I love the platform. I think it's very interesting, and I like how you incorporate the fundamentals and the statistics. But you mentioned the Hurst exponent and different statistical ways to do this. How do you guys determine the windows that you take to do the calculations for this?
A really good question. That is what we've sort of just leapfrogged, putting a retail product out. That's a crazy bit of math called Ornstein-Uhlenbeck process, and a lot of people call it OU process, and that works out the speed of the mean reversion. So it's not just whether it's mean reverting, it's how fast it's going to mean revert. And through, when you're working with this stuff for thousands of hours like I have, unfortunately, I worked out that this best window here for the price ratio analysis is actually 3 times the OU half-life.
Understood. That's very interesting. I like that you actually had a statistical, even applicable way to answer that. That's very interesting. Thank you.
Yeah. So if you look through a couple of these, you're going to find that, a lot will max out on the 100-day MA, but many of them will also have crazy shorter ones, like a 78-day moving average. And that makes a huge impact, right? Because if you try and build these spreads yourself, first of all, you've got to find the pairs. And, like I said, there's 250,000 potential pairs. You grind that down through filtering and screening to about 1,000. And then you've got to find the optimal parameters to trade them. So most people will set this at 2, enter at 2, exit at 1, enter at 2, exit at 1. And they'll say, okay, we'll use a 50 or 100-day moving average. So we've got the OU process telling us what the moving average is to use. And then we've got another crazy algorithm called, which is based on Lung and Lee, big academic paper that was written. It's not an AI process. It's actually just a really clever algorithmic process where it finds the optimal fit, optimal entry and exit point to set these distances. So this one particularly it'll enter at 1.9 sigma, but it'll hang on for 2.7. And you won't see that many places because that's basically saying we're not going to just ride it to the mean. We're going to carry it all the way through for 2.7 sigma of travel. So what that does is the net result of all this is we're getting a payoff out of sample where the average winner, can I show you average winner? No. Yeah. So the average winner is at the moment a lot bigger than the average loser. That's just for this watch list that I built at the start of this month. So that's unusual for pairs because in mean reverting strategies, you typically have an asymmetric payoff where you've got a lot of small wins with a couple of large losers.
Right. I think there was one question, that Jordan, if you want to pull that back up, I think this is a very, very good question, and here's why. You have to do this if you're going to pairs trade. In my opinion, you need to do it with on the equity side, and here's why: you need static deltas on each side because the problem is when you're working with two underlyings, when you have the Greeks that are involved with options, like your spreads can be very wide and volatility can be different on one, and that can change a lot of things. So you really need to do this when you're doing pairs trading. You need static deltas on each side to make it work. So I would not do this with options. And Mark, I'm sure he can elaborate on that as well.
100%. My skill set, I used to handle, be involved in a lot of derivative stuff on the sales side of investment banking. And the idea of doing this in derivatives and the options market is terrifying to me because, not only are you trying to map the roads and work out where, all these correlations and coefficients and stats. But the road is actually changing every month, right, with your expiry, and you've got to reset and recreate your new instruments. So it's outside the scope of this system. And obviously a lot of people do it, but it's we're sticking to equities at this stage just for this. But interestingly, like you did say about the delta management, this system works. Another reason why it works very well is we use, how do we get that? We're using Engel Granger and OU to come up with the hedge ratio. So it's not dollar neutral every time. Let me find you a position. So this is a good example. This is a bit of a crazy one. The sizing of the positions is based on the relative volatility of the pair stocks and their position on the spread. So at the moment for Molson Coors Tetra Tech, you'd be long $10,000 worth of TAP, but you'd only be short. Sorry, other way around. You'd be short $10,000 worth of TAP, and you'd be long just under $2,000 of Tetra Tech. So that's a little bit foreign to people that are used to looking at the strategy as dollar neutral. And it just works really well. So what's a good way to show you? This probably won't look at, I don't know whether I can show you on this, but if you just click on that, can you still see that screen? Yep. So they'll bring up just a...
I see your piercing screen.
Oh, you can't see the... right.
You would have to share the new one.
Share this tab instead, yep. So yeah, so that's...
Boom, there it is.
Now I can see it.
T-Tech. Was it T-Tech? Yep. So I've got the so that's the actual. You can export these watch lists directly to TradingView. So what you can do here is I can copy a Pine script of the live actual spread and just paste this into TradingView. I'll just delete that, and that's what the payoff looks like. Now the white line is the optimizer, which is already learning a new ratio to trade on. So the gold line is the one we're interested in. And that's basically saying, look, we're headed the wrong way a little bit at the moment. There's a potential $960 drawdown if it hits the stop, or a $1,400 upside based on those leg sizes.
Is this connected straight to your portfolio? Like on Piercing, can you connect this straight to your portfolio so it's automatically taking these mean reversion trades, or is there is there a middleman?
Yeah, we haven't collaborated with any brokers yet, but what I've done is I've set up an automation section where you can just drop the URL of a server that you're using in here, and that will receive all of your JSON payloads for any orders. So you can export the entire portfolio to execute it as a basket just to transition the whole thing on. And that would look like this. So, on a daily basis, either you would export, I think this has received yesterday's new signals, and every day that would receive the basket of trades that has been generated by the signals that are generated when the factory runs about an hour after the market close. So it's a clunky sort of DIY automation at this stage for anyone that's done that sort of thing. But the way I would do it, I mean,
is the risk to reward?
Sorry, you go.
Sorry, go ahead. No, I was just curious on the risk to reward on the trades. All of them that I've seen so far are positive, but are there any trades that it takes that are like a negative risk to reward trade just because it's super confident in it, or is it always taking these positive R trades?
Well, this is what's on at the moment, right? So I'll just walk you through something kind of neat. So if you were running this as a full portfolio and it was all you were doing, you would look to have 50 to 70 positions open at a time at around 1% per leg, right? And that's like a quasi institutional pairs portfolio unlevered. So rather than construct the 250 to 300 pairs that it would take, you can just do this on a, it could be, you wouldn't do it daily, but you could do it weekly or monthly. Just go to this button here, US leaders, and you would load the full country. And I did this just before. Creates these 5 watch lists, which look like this. So they're the list of pairs in each tab. You can go into each one of those. And you can tell which ones are in position by the slightly different shading here. So they're actually showing that there's a signal and they're in a position. And I've lost my train of thought. So that's my watch list. Oh, sorry. So once they're in your watch list, and this is kind of the backbone of the entire platform, you're not setting the parameters yourself. You can't really build custom pairs yourself. But what you can do is you can customize the pairs that you follow, because we're going to find the best parameters to trade with that optimal stopping that I talked about. But you can define what sort of pairs that you want to follow by either building the list yourself from the discovery page or just doing that custom curated button that I just showed you. So then that would load you up with 250 pairs in 5 tabs. And once they're in a watch list, they're being tracked, which means if there's a signal that fires, you get the out of sample performance of that pair. So then you could follow it in this page. Now, this is saying that there's P&Ls and there's positions, but that's just assuming that you've entered and exited exactly when it's said you would. We're looking at relaunching our own sort of private book, running this probably for the start of next month. The way I would do it, if I wasn't working off the webhooks, I would probably just download an Excel. So that would just load me up with I don't know whether you can see it, but there's an Excel that would download, that I can just load up as a basket in IB, would be the way I would execute it.
Mark, can I toss a question at you? I'm curious, are all of these pretty much set up to hold the entire pair, both sides of the trade through, I guess, the target or the end result? Or is there a scenario set up or maybe some type of monitoring system that picks up where, hey, well, this one is moved further away than this one has. Let me go ahead and maybe close out some profit on half the trade. Because similar to like what we would do with an iron condor at times, right? If like you get too close to one side or one side gets, 70, 80% profit, you're like, let me go ahead and pull that side down. How does that work with these?
I'm really tempted to build something like that into this where there's multiple entries and multiple exits. I just haven't done it yet because the stop loss that the entry and exits are fit. The entries and exits and holding periods are fit around the statistics of the pair, and the stop loss adjusts for the time around the distance of the entry. Most pairs will go wider, and you'll lose a little bit of money after you put them on. Like if you look at a couple of these, this one's been in position for 16 days. It's not coming back at the moment. It's gone wider. That is a classic example of something that looks like it's breaking. It doesn't really look like it's coming back. It's going to time out at some point. It's got I'm not sure. It's got a max hold. It's probably set at 60 days. But look, there is some study on this saying, look, if you've got a two-phased entry where you size in equal size maybe, or just an additional entry point, and then the same thing on the way out, it can improve the payoff. But as for taking off individual legs, I wouldn't be doing that, because I would be running too many pairs. You know, if I was to switch this on right now and be trading this live, I would probably have all 56 of these on, and I would just trade the signal. And you know, it's a little bit hands off for people that are used to futures or, you know, active trading. This is a daily observation strategy, so it's not. There's nothing really to do during the session. My personal approach is I wait for the signal generation to run, which happens about 3 hours after the US close. Review the signals, which will be ready, you know, before you guys wake up in the morning. Decide any signals that I'm not going to take, and execute the rest as a basket on the open of the next session. And you know, the performance of that is you know, at the moment, you know, this is 1 month out of sample, so that's the realized P&L of 18,000.
Just to clarify one thing, these aren't day trades though? These are swing trades. What's the average hold time?
Well, you can see that here.
Very dependent.
There's a few that have been in position for over. These are the closed trades. There were 2 over 30 days. There's been 5 there. There's 7 and 11 to 20. But if you look back on the open positions, you can see the holdings here. This one's been in position for 58 days. That's a long one. That's a slow reverter. And that's the kind of one I'd avoid. You know, that's a couple of utility stocks. You're probably catching dividends in there, and that's not great. You don't want to be trading across dividends if you can avoid it, because generally you're going to have the wrong side of it.
There's actually a question right here that I kind of wanted to follow up on as well. What's the size of a starter portfolio to make sense for pairs trading strategy with you guys? And I'll even add to this question: is this something that, you know, the average retail person could do with fractional shares on a Robinhood or Webull or, you know, IBKR type of an account?
Excuse me. Yeah, good question. My experience is anything under about $1,000 a leg is getting a bit funky, because you're going to have some big dollar share prices that might be a couple of $100, and you want to keep that relative leg ratio between the legs. You want to be following what the signal tells you to do. So anything below about 1,000 a leg is tricky. When it comes to automating and sending yourself those or resizing these positions in the automation, once you load that up with your URL, you can adjust your leg one target size down there to be whatever you want. But you could trade it with fractional shares if you can then also get the fractional borrow. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, possible. But I think $1,000 is your minimum, you know, workable. You know, some people might go a little bit smaller.
Is there ever a situation where both legs go against you?
Always. Yeah, that's when. Yeah.
So how is risk managed there? Do you just end up taking a loss on both positions?
Yeah. Well, you'll hit a stop loss. You know, in all of these positions, there's stop losses built in. The systems fits around the 4 sigma stop at the time of entry, but it'll push that out or bring it in based on where that initial signal was fired. So, you know, if it was, it depends on the pair, but, you know, if it was a very wide entry, like right next to the 4 sigma, it'll push that 4 sigma out to like 5.5 or 6 or whatever it is, which isn't actually as wide as it sounds on a shorter look back. But if you look at a couple of these, you know, you've got, does this one show stop loss? I'm not sure it does. Strategy it will. So you got Z now. Well, I don't actually have. Oh, you can see the stop if you open it up in here. So the parameters that were frozen, that's going to follow. It's got an entry of 1.64. That's a bit of a crazy one. So it's a close entry. So that's entered at 1.6. It'll enter on the other side of the mean. So it'll carry it all the way through the mean to minus 1.7. And the stop is at 4 sigma. But to answer your question, yeah, it'll happen, and it's, you know, like I said, it's a mean reverting strategy. So you're gonna have a high win rate. It's even with our stop loss system brings the win rate down from in the 70s into the high 60s. But the payoff for that is you're going to have a positively asymmetric payoff. So you're going to have winners bigger than losers because of that. Most pair systems, you're going to have, you know, like a 1-to-2 ratio on the losers. They'll be really bad.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
I'm curious too, Mark, if when you screen for all these pair trades, do you ever come across a pair when you look at the trade, you see a spread too wide or just liquidity that you're not interested in, so that would be a reason for you to maybe stay out of that trade, even though the statistics and what the historical patterns are like is saying that it could be viable?
Yeah, you know you do, and that's where doing a little. I mean, the daily observation sort of nature of this gives you plenty of time to go through and do your homework before the market opens, right? So, you know, for example, if you look at this later on this morning, you'll have a signal log. This will update with the new signals. And sorry, this is the local calculation time, so it's showing Australian date. But the next batch will come through with the 22nd on it. And I would just look through each of those, just to check how that spread's looking and whether, you know, the price ratio chart isn't exactly what we're trading off. We're trading off that, you know, like a different spread calculation, but this is more to give sort of non-quantitative users a picture of what we're looking at, because the actual spread that we're calculating is going to be leg one minus a beta times leg two with an intercept added in there as well, which is why, and I don't want to confuse people, but sometimes you can see the price ratio chart going wider, but because the relative leg sizes might be, you know, 10,000 and 1,000, that actually might be coming back to the mean on the technical sort of co-integration spread.
Gotcha. That makes sense. That's interesting.
If someone's just getting started right now, how do they get started with PairSync? Is there a free trial before they can try before committing to anything?
Yeah, so we have an app on Apple with a 30-day free trial, and with that Apple login, you'll be able to use the terminal on this browser as well, which I'd highly recommend, because the app is illustrative, and it helps you monitor things, and you can, you know, check your pairs when you're at the coffee shop and check out the top 10 and see what's happening. It's kind of like a handy research tool, but the real mechanics happen or are more accessible here via the browser. So if you don't have an iPhone or an Apple access, you can subscribe directly via our website or just to this terminal address here. I think it's pair-sync.com, and just do a subscription through there. And I've set up a 1-month free trial with coupon code WOLF.
Awesome. Yeah, so you guys in the audience, that we just threw that link in the chat. So if you guys want to get started, use code WOLF and get that free trial.
How long was that trial? For a month?
Joe, Emp, you guys?
That's a 1-month free trial on the terminal subscription and on the Apple. Same for both.
Joe, Emp, Will, you guys got any other thoughts or questions on this before we get wrapping up?
I'm good personally. I'm great.
No, good, very cool.
I mean, I could sit here and ask questions. I love the quantitative side of things and the math. I know Joe's probably busting with about 20 more questions as well, but just to be respectful of your time, Mark, I appreciate you coming on here with us today. It's super interesting. This is one of those things where it's like, okay, I've seen it. Now really I need to like dive in and get stuck myself and then come back and ask questions.
Fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. Well, really appreciate you, Mark, for coming on. Again, for the audience, use code WOLF, 1-month free trial, PairSync, try it out. Seems like a lot of you guys in the chat were talking about it and kind of interested. Yep. So check it out, see if it's something for you. But appreciate you, Mark.
Cool. Thank you.
Take care.
Yes, sir.
Cheers, Mark.
Let's go wrap it up for the day, huh, folks?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm big.
What are you doing?
Whoa. Dude,
Yeah.
that neon sign is
Whoa.
sick, by the way.
I know. I just got to put it in a
It
better
looks so
spot.
much better that way. Yeah, I think you have to like re-angle your desk maybe or something. Like you just
needs
need
to
to
be-
position
needs to be
yourself
to
a little
your
bit
left.
differently.
Or should be over
Yeah.
your right shoulder.
Or if you
I want it hung
hang
up
it on the
right
wall
there.
right there.
Yep.
Literally right
Yeah.
there.
I need to get some. I don't know. Charles told me I need to get a certain type of tape because I don't want to
Tape.
put
What,
holes in the
like
wall.
the scotch, like the
Dude,
No, some
tape
like
is not sticking to cement, brother.
it's cement. Yeah, no,
not
no,
even like
definitely
the mighty stuff that fucking Charles was telling me about.
You better get some hot glue or something.
Well, I'm not gonna put a hole in a
JB
fucking
Weld.
wall like that.
I would.
It's concrete.
Yeah, and then tell the guy that owns the place next door what.
Get some concrete.
Sorry about you. Put some putty in there and fill in the hole, dude.
I don't think I can do that.
That's hilarious.
All right, crew. Well, I'm wrapping it up. I gotta go. But
Yeah, same.
great day. We'll see everybody tomorrow. All day. Friday live stream.
Definitely Friday.
We'll see you there.
My brain is like trying to remember all my college statistics and Z scores and all that stuff from back in the day. I love that class. I did really well at that class. I love that that type of math, but it's just been so long.
Honestly, I loved Mark's description when I asked him that question. That's my go-to to see if someone actually knows what they're talking about, and he answered it.
Yeah.
He
I'm
answered
glad
it
I had you
brilliantly.
on then. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good.
Very good.
We like
Start
that.
talking about sigma moves and all that stuff. I'm like, I remember it, but I don't. I know what you're saying, but I can't remember it.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, crew. I'm wrapping it. I gotta bounce. But like the stream, subscribe. We'll see you guys
See you
tomorrow.
guys.
All day,
All right,
baby.
later on,
All day
everybody.
live stream.